There we go.
Good morning, good day, mayong gabi, wherever you are in the world.
Mayang buntag, mayang apon, mayang gabi, no matter where you are.
Yep.
Good morning, Mr. Daniel Ford. How you doing today? We've actually got a rather busy week ahead of us. Uh, I'm actually going to announce it here on the live stream before I go public with it, and it looks like we got a house.
Finally, we got a house.
Finally, that we're going tomorrow night at 5 o'clock to let Cindy do a final walkthrough and to sign paperwork, assuming everything meets with her approval. And it's actually the house that was posted on Friday. The 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath, plus the 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath, plus the maid's quarters with a bath. And so
We get a negotiation. Oh no, I'm
Well,
just.
that what's weird and why I sometimes get confused is comments will show up on her phone a second or two before they show up here.
Yeah.
And so I'm reading these. That's why the glasses. But so it looks like we got the place. Internet works well. That we were actually not we. One half of this week was able to negotiate the price down to $32,000 a month, plus utilities, and he's going to include all of the condo fees and all the townhome fees and all that good stuff. Because they do have a gated, guarded community from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
CCTV.
That they've got an actual guard that stands at the gate and opens and closes it for people and monitors who does and doesn't come in. And then they've got a CCTV system throughout the common area to keep an eye on things 24/7. So Cindy liked the videos of it, and we looked at one.
In Cordova and in here.
Yeah, we looked at one in Cordova that was really nice. You'll have to excuse me. I was grabbing a shower just before I got on here. I thought I managed to button my shirt, but I didn't. Sorry, people. I didn't. Welcome to real life. We liked the place in Cordova. Its photos were way nicer than the reality of it. And the bottom line, it was still a really nice place. Don't get me wrong. It was still a very nice place. The bottom line is it's too far away. When we grabbed a cab coming back, it was an hour and 2 minutes to the condo from the house to the condo. Or no, not even from the house, from the mall on Macton to here.
Yeah.
What was an hour and 2 minutes, and that was the kind of deciding factor on that one. We looked at another one that was a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Yeah.
Here, literally down the block, and it was a really nice place. It was pretty spacious as well, but it was completely unfurnished. There was nothing in there. No water heaters, no ACs.
Internet
Nothing.
we're having a hard time installing the internet on that one.
And so that one kind of got dismissed.
Yeah.
And we did. We ran numbers on what it would cost to get
Realized
everything.
It's a lot cheaper, but it's actually the same.
But by the time you stop and look at the amount you're going to spend putting everything in there
Mhm.
versus going into some place that's got pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And we did. We actually did a little spreadsheet versus, so that we saw, well, we're gonna need this stuff for this place, but we're still gonna need some of it over here and in here. And even after you subtracted out the stuff that was gonna be wherever, you still came out to where it was gonna be well above. If you averaged it out over 12 months, it was still gonna be well over the price difference. So the sole advantage is if we do buy a place, we would have had furniture and stuff. But to be bluntly honest, we would have gotten basically temporary furniture to begin with that may or may not make the move, and we would wind up upgrading it as throughout the year anyhow. So that definitely puts it well over the price difference.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yes, thank you, Daniel. We are kind of excited, and like I say, we're letting the okay.
He said you're going to have an office.
Yes.
What,
Okay.
sunshine?
Our mechanic sent pictures of what's going on with Sunshine. I'm expecting a text from the realtor. That's the other issue. Sunshine is
has a lot of problems.
Yeah. The deeper he digs into it, the more he's finding. And the dash wasn't put back together correctly, and he's need to go back and correct some of that issue now too.
Yeah.
There was no thermostat in the car, so he's having to go buy a thermostat and put it in there. One of the transmission solenoids, we got an automatic transmission. One of the transmission solenoids was broken, and it only worked intermittently, and that was part of the problem with it shifting the way it did. That was almost $100 by the time you got shipping and everything else. So that was like 48 and change, which would be $100.
Yeah.
And so, it's coming into a little bit more expensive than we ever thought. I'm gonna try and do tomorrow's live stream. I'm gonna do a walking live stream Tuesday, Thursday this week, and I'm gonna try and do tomorrow's from the new area. So if you're interested in what the new area looks like, be sure to be back tomorrow morning about this time. A little bit of it depends on what data connection is in that area. I don't know, never tried, and it's going to be interesting to try.
Yeah.
Thing
is, you're going to have an office.
Yes. If you've watched the video, one of the bedrooms does not have AC. One of the bedrooms does have AC, and the master, he said he will put an AC in there.
Yeah.
Depending on what he puts in, we may put an upgraded one over time. I don't know. We'll see. That was gonna have to be a time will tell thing. We're shooting for, and we kind of pre-negotiated the first of May will be the date we assume the property. That we're here until May 11th, and so that'll give us 10 days to get stuff over there.
Mm-mm.
Because Sunshine's down, we may need to make a quick arrangements with somebody. I may see if Adrian, if the Sunshine's going to be down, I may see if Adrian will be willing to rent me a vehicle for a week.
We'll see.
Our mechanic, he's got a lot of vehicles that come in and out, and I may see if he wants to rent me a vehicle for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And what it would be.
Yes.
And that's getting with Rod is definitely going to be a thing, and I'm going to try and allow him to come in before we move much or anything in.
Yeah.
And let him do his version of a video, real estate video from there.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think it might be cool for him to do that. So I'm definitely gonna get with Rod a couple times before we go, and I'm gonna try and get with him this week. When and if we have time. And then on top of the meeting with them, We've also got utilities to get turned over to our name because May 1st is Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And so we need to get utilities turned over to our name. Friday or Saturday morning, probably pick up keys, and then depending on when we pick up keys, go to Sibonga for the weekend. Eh,
Or I could go Sibunga. You could just stay here. Right. I do.
if Sunshine's not going to be ready, that may not be a bad idea because that'll let me get some of the stuff over there. Um, yeah, that's something we're going to have to talk about. But yeah, that would definitely be a possibility. Is for Cindy just to go down by herself, and then that would let me get some of the moving done here.
Yeah.
Assuming we can pick up keys on Saturday and have everything turned over. So but like I say, this week is going to be way up in the air, and that's part of the reason why I'm trying to do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday from here because it's way quicker and easier to do from here. And even if we go over there, we still got some stuff to pick up and such. So, what are your thoughts and inputs? This is becoming a monologue.
Sorry, I'm not prepared. I'm about to go back to sleep, and then I just get up.
Yeah, I woke her up literally about 11 minutes ago. So yeah, I couldn't quite see the clock down here.
9:16.
That she was just getting ready, just getting presentable as we started the live stream.
Like I want to go back to sleep. I don't know.
We stayed up a little bit late last night. We stayed up until about 10:30 watching movies.
11. Something like that.
Yeah, we stayed up until about 10:30, 11.
I'm
watching
having a
movies.
hard time waking up, and I still want to go back to sleep.
But yeah,
I don't know. Well, expectation versus reality on the move. How far is the new place from your at now? 8-10 minutes?
Google says it's about 15 minutes.
You said 15?
Yeah, Google said about 15. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Oh, I thought it's 10 minutes.
It's about 10, 15 minutes.
If it's traffic.
Okay, right now it's saying it's 12 minutes.
About 3 or 4 miles. Yeah.
There we go. That worked better than I thought it would. That it's about 12 minutes away. It's not terribly far from where we're at. The blue dot on the bottom is where we're at. The red dot on the top is where the new place is at. See, this is one advantage of doing it through the OBS software. I'm getting text, Facebook messages from our mechanic.
Do it later. You're doing a live stream.
Well, I'm going to do one other thing too. Okay, that actually gives a little bit more information. That the gray dot on the bottom is where Cindy's doctor is, and the red dot on top is where the new place is. It's a little bit further away from where we are. It's 3.3 kilometers from where we're at. So 0.6 miles per kilometer. So about 2 miles, 3 miles, something like that, 2.5 miles.
Yeah, Daniel is right. 3 or 4 miles.
So it's still convenient to everything. And that was a huge thing that we're starting to get a lot of setup here. We're starting to get a lot of established here, know where things are. And the place in Cordova would have just been starting from scratch. And then like if we wanted to go to SNR and Landers or something like that, it would have been an hour each way. Uh, Although there was a ton of things out there in Cordoba and on Lapalapa that would have been great replacements, but it would have been starting from scratch and figuring everything out.
Neil said, I'm still sitting here in a great white north waiting to get to the sun.
That I'm I'm still betting that late summer, early fall, things are going to be back reasonably open. The travel is going to be possible at that point. Maybe not convenient, but possible.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we had to wait for to get here is for travel to become possible, or at least realistic.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be back last year of May, and then that's why I resigned early my previous job, and then with COVID and everything, we waited for October.
Yeah, we waited almost 8 months to get out of here.
And it takes kissing.
It's morning for her, so she needs to go do morning constitutional. Fortunately, you got a guy that likes to talk, so I can pick up the slack. Roosie's doing really well, and I'm starting to get out a lot more and get a lot more comfortable in traffic, which is part of the reason why I don't have a problem with shuttling a lot of this stuff back and forth. I've heard that as well, that PAL is going to start doing this COVID passport thing. Not entirely sure how I'm thinking about that, how I'm feeling about that. I understand the concept on why they're doing it, but I don't know. And for people like Cindy, that right now she couldn't get the vaccine. That most of them are not certified safe for pregnant or nursing women, and so that she couldn't do it. And if they shut it down to where even returning Filipinos would still have to be vaccinated, it's going to prevent a lot of Filipinos from coming back, at least by PAL. And they're talking about doing that industry wide. That there's been talk for a couple months now about when vaccines become widely available, that to fly, domestic or international, you're going to need to be vaccinated. And it may come down to that you may need to get vaccinated to get here. They were talking about doing it inter-island and opening travel back up a little bit more inter-island to anybody that's been vaccinated. And yeah, that's going down a rabbit trail I'm not terribly comfortable going down in a public forum, especially on Facebook, with the way that they've been getting silly and stupid about all the videos that they're demonetizing and flat out pulling off of YouTube because of. But yeah, that getting vaccinated might not be an option if you want to. Might no longer be an optional thing. There we go. It might no longer be an optional thing if you want to travel internationally. And I'm not horribly opposed to vaccines. Cindy and I had talked about this previously. I think on one of the live streams even. And the city does not want to get vaccinated even before this.
Yeah.
Even if it meant we would be able to travel inter-island. And when they were talking about doing that, I'm not in love with the idea, but it is, I'd get vaccinated if it meant we could travel inter-island again without an issue.
Yeah. Being outside, I hope public Ryan is lifted before we go.
is back in force again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've had it revoked. They had it instituted. They've had it revoked. It was reinstituted, and I think they just revoked it again. I'm not terribly sure. I think they might be off again.
Yeah.
A friend of ours down in Sibonga, he'd always came over. They go back and forth a couple, 3 times a year frequently. So he's never looked at getting,
13A.
the 13A because of that. And anytime they came over, he's always gotten a belly pint. So he's never had to screw with any of this stuff.
Daniel said no. Back and forth. No, it's still suspended.
Okay, so suspended this week. Give it a few days, it might change again. But they went down and went to fly, and they wouldn't let them fly. They did book the ticket for a couple days later, and they were able to hustle butt down to LA, get the 9G, get whatever visitor visa, spousal visa he needed, and fly. But
9A visa.
yeah, 9A.
Yeah.
9A.
Daniel said it's the only way I can get back now is with the 9A.
But at least you can get back. There's another gentleman. I don't know if any of you guys watch his channel, Landhawk. That he came over for a family issue of some kind.
Yeah. And that if I travel with Yara.
And he came over just as all this crap was going down and didn't realize it was going to be an issue. Him and his fiance weren't married here. And he's been sitting in Chicago for a year now. And he can't get back.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? It's okay.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing this morning? Oh, no worries about being late. That we're always here.
Daniel said, no, Landhook is still in the States.
Yeah, he's trapped there. That they're talking about doing the online marriage thing so he can get back. For quite a while, he wasn't posting anything, and he's still kind of intermittent. And that's what he's going through. So, like I say, at least you can get back with the 9G and your spouse.
9A.
Or 9A and your spouse. That there's a fair amount of people that aren't being able to come back. We've got another friend that he's here in the States working. His wife
in the States because we're in the Philippines.
Okay, he's over in the States. Yeah, he's not here in the States. He's you know what I mean. Anyways,
you get them confused.
That he's looked at coming back a couple times. He is married, and all of his children are over here. And that's his big thing, is he's not entirely sure whether or not he's going to be able to go, and it changes so much and so frequently. He's kind of nervous about booking tickets in advance, because when he books them, he might be able to come, and by the time he flies, it may have been revoked. So he's just kind of chilling it out, and probably going to come back this fall. Our friend Romeo, he was actually a native-born Filipino. His family immigrated to the States back in the 80s. And so he grew up in the States, and just never got never reacquired Filipino citizenship. And when he came over, when he booked the ticket, he couldn't book the ticket unless he was had dual citizenship. So he ran back, got dual citizenship. And by the time he flew, they had opened it up enough to where he could have flown back without getting citizenship, that he could have just shown Philippines birth certificate. And that's part of the problem, is the rules have changed. So let's make it quick.
Yeah. Daniel said we're planning October. Cool. We're excited.
You'll make it just in time to welcome Pumpkin.
Yeah.
He's the one that's got the wall, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll make it just in time to visit Pumpkin. And we'll even have a room for you.
It's crazy right now. Yes.
It is. It is. And it that I didn't want to go down this road, but I'm going to. And a lot of it's just crazy invoked paranoia by a lot of different sources. Um, if you actually look at the numbers, it's not a severe flu. It's a bad flu. I'm not dismissing that, but it's not severe. It's not a killer flu. We've had much worse flu seasons in the past, and for whatever reason, it was blown hugely out of proportion.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's not a good thing, and it just I don't understand why it did. I've got my opinions and beliefs. If anybody would like to discuss those in private, I will gladly do it by email or messenger.
Let's not go there here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, it's gotten truly silly and stupid, and we'll leave it at that. But it looks like we will get sunshine back. Yeah, I'm completely skipping grooves. Just take notes and keep up if you need to. Uh, it looks like we'll probably be getting sunshine back first, second week of May. That he's finished up all of his other projects and is going to hugely emphasize on getting sunshine completed out of there. He had some personal issues that I won't get into. Those are his to share.
Looking forward to meeting you too, Daniel.
Definitely looking forward to meeting that. That if you need a guide in Cebu City, we'll definitely help with that.
He knows more than you think.
Maybe, I don't know.
He actually knows each street, so maybe he will be your tour guide.
He might be. That yeah, he's the one on Muawa.
Yes.
Yeah. That hopefully you can show us around Muawa when you get here too. That there's a strong possibility that when we look
you
to
can
buy,
stay there for a couple weeks in Mobile while I'm taking care of Pumpkin.
don't tempt on that one because they got some really cool diving that I want to
Yeah,
do.
I could, kick you out for a few weeks. Been around Cebu City many times now. I don't know the streets.
That yeah, because I would really love to go do some scuba diving in Moab. I was kind of hoping we could take a week off and go there.
I can do
Before all this
snorkeling, but not scuba diving.
Yeah,
You could go scuba diving. You could take a picture of me up.
and that would actually be really cool. I'd like to do that.
You know that sardines thingy there? We should go.
That would be really cool.
I could
catch
just
you
float.
snorkeling in that. And we've got everything.
My father-in-law has land for sale in Wawa. Cool. I wanted to reach out. Let's ask how much is it.
Daniel, you got my email address. Yeah, if you want, email me some information about that because after Pumpkin makes 6 months a year old and we know there's not going to be any health complications or anything like that, we're very seriously considering moving out to the provinces, getting away from the bigger city. Right now, during the lockdown, the city's actually really cool.
Build a bahay kubo, half amakan, like Mike and Jeff.
I've seen somebody, and I've had this stereotypical Westerner American thing that when I saw these amakan houses, and I've seen the insides, and I've got an idea why they were shown like that, but I pictured that's what the wall was, just that little bit of woven palm leaves, and that I've seen a couple that were finished nicely, and they're not. They're plywood. They've got the plywood and everything on the inside, and
You said there is a Bahiko builder close by our place. Oh, that's really
They're,
cool.
they're actually a pretty neat place, and if you did some insulation
Mhm.
in between the amakan and the house, yeah, that wouldn't be any different
Yeah.
uh, than a regular house. Uh, so yeah, that it's definitely opened my eyes, and I am not at all opposed to doing it now. But I had a horribly mistaken idea of what amakan construction was,
Yeah.
and I kind of like the look of it, especially in a more provincial area. Don't know if I'd like the look of it here in Cebu City. That it kind of look out of place and wrong. But getting into a smaller area and
The
a
front
provincial area or something like that,
Yeah.
yeah, that would look really cool. And done right, it could look amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen a few that the outsides, the Amakan, um, whether it was just a heavy varnish or what, I don't know, but it was sealed in such a way to make it last longer, and it made it look really cool.
You said I'm talking bamboo, not American. Okay, yeah. There's bamboo too. Sean.
And after understanding what a Makan is in the construction, I would again be way open to looking at something like that.
And so with the bamboos too. Right.
Bamboo I might last a little bit longer than a Makan.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and that was part of why I wanted to stay here for an extended period before we really did much. Is we've been here frequently, but it's always been as a visitor, as a tourist. You know, we were going in, seeing this, that, the other thing, kind of heavily on the fly.
Yeah. He said we have a Macan ceiling at my place finished with varnish. Oh, that's so cool.
That is really cool. That if you had any photos, send them over. I'd like to take. I'd like to see how that looks. Uh, but yeah, a lot of that could look really cool and done right. And at this point, after having seen it and understand it a little bit better, yeah, I think it'd be a really cool thing.
Yeah. Ophelia and some Joe says, "Hey guys, hi."
Oh, there you are. Oh, much appreciated, Daniel.
Hi, Andy and Agnes.
Hey, Andy and Agnes. How's the restaurant going? That I think travel's open again.
I don't know. My
Is
job
it?
is just sleeping, eating, and I don't want to think about the news and everything. So you
I know that
asked the
feeling.
wrong person.
I know that feeling. I'll do well. That are you going to be able to travel being pregnant?
I don't know. No, maybe no.
Maybe no. Maybe yes. Who knows? Don't ask me right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. You're definitely welcome here. Hey, good to see you again. Well, kind of see you, but hey, you know what I mean.
You're silly.
It's YouTube seeing you, I guess. But in case anybody that's watching didn't know that Philly and some Joe that they're opening a Carinderia restaurant.
Yeah. It's like a snack bar or something.
Yeah, snack bar restaurant Carinderia. Near Butuan, and I don't remember the actual city, but it's a really cool
Forward
place.
says, I have to go now. I'll send you more photos later.
All right, not a problem. And we're actually going to make this a little bit short today because we do have some things that we need to get done. Nasipit.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was close. It took me almost 6 months to remember Butuan, so. But Nasipit's right there next to Butuan. But you're coastal in that area, I think. And yeah, Nasipit's the coastal area right there by Butuan. Butuan's more inland. Okay. And I
He said a lot of work's going in it to run to Butuan soon for supplies. Did you read that?
That definitely good seeing you again, and keep us updated on the opening date. And if worst case, I may sneak out. And, depending on whether or not the travel's open for that.
Yeah.
If everything goes well, I may go with the four of us may go.
Yeah.
But with Papa at his age and you and pregnant, that it may not
Just
it may not
you.
happen.
Just you.
It may come down to just me, but I would definitely like to head over.
We'll see.
I know nothing else. I'll give you Mama Papa some alone time together too. Some alone
We'd
time
love
together.
you guys to come over.
That if it can be arranged, I can definitely. We would definitely like to make it.
As long as they're not quarantine.
And it just kind of depends on what the regulation of the week. I don't know. But it's definitely been an interesting 6 months that we've been here because of all the shutdowns and lockdowns. And that's a big thing that I'm kind of keeping in the back of my mind is the flavor and feel of Cebu City is not an accurate or true representation of what it's like living in here.
Is it probably June, hopefully early.
Oh, okay. Hopefully things will be a little bit better by then. Well, too bad you're going to miss Mother's Day for an opening date. That would have been really cool. We're the new place is just down the road from our favorite steakhouse here. And so we're kind of talking, don't tell Mama and Papa, but we're kind of talking about taking Mama and Cindy out for Mother's Day to our favorite steakhouse here in Cebu and let Mama and Papa try steak the way that try an American style steak again.
Yeah, I want to go there.
And it's surprisingly reasonably affordable.
It's really good too.
I tried their porterhouse the first time I was there, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was nothing to write home about.
So you found a new place? Yes.
Yes, we did. We're letting the live streamers know, the guys that are a little bit more dedicated to the channel and live streamers, that it looks like we found a place. If you've got a minute, go back and check out Friday's video of the house tour number 2. And that's the place that we're going to view and probably sign paperwork Tuesday night. That Cindy hasn't physically seen it, and we want to do a walkthrough and verify everything works. And so that's the final hangups on signing paperwork. And assuming everything goes well.
4-bedroom, right?
Kind of. It's the 3-bedroom and maid's quarters.
Yeah.
That the maid's quarters, I'm not entirely sure I'd call it bedroom because it doesn't even have a window in that place.
It's like a storage room.
We're probably going to wind up using it as a storage room just because of the way the access is. Because it's got access to both the driveway and the house.
Yeah, we like it for me personally because it's lesser stress. There's already air conditioned. There's already some stuff that we don't need to get.
Actually, yeah, she did. She managed to convince him down. Our little negotiator here.
Yeah, careful with those stairs. Yeah.
That they're going to go $32 a month, and that includes all the standard fees that the tenants normally pay. Yeah. We've still got the utilities, electric, water, and internet.
Mm-hmm.
And so
it's kind of, for others, it's kind of pricey, but we'll see. It's okay. So.
We could do a little bit cheaper. Most of the less expensive ones aren't furnished, though.
Yeah, it's like $20,000, $25,000.
And we kind of did the accountant thing and looked at what it was going to cost us to move into an unfurnished place, to move into a semi-furnished place, and move into this, it's pretty well furnished.
Yeah.
And realized that if we took out the stuff that would have went into a semi-furnished in this place, just the startup costs, amortized over the 12-month period for the rental period, you'd be back at or even higher than the monthly rentals. So anybody off of our live stream is more than welcome to come and stay for a few days a week. That it looks like we will definitely have the space to do it.
Yeah.
But we're actually going to get heading out. That I've got a few things I'm trying to get done. Somebody needs another big long nap
I have headache.
and isn't feeling terribly well. And then later we got to go to Metro store and pick up and price a few things. She wants a hot water bottle and she's been getting headaches the last couple weeks.
Last week.
And we're going to see about getting a cold compress or an ice bag if necessary. And yeah, because that's the other thing I kind of miss on the States. We'll have to see if Buddy can do that. Throw some of the cold compresses in a bag.
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Andy and Agnes.
But yeah, we definitely want to thank
For
everybody.
all the people who's watching, we appreciate you.
We do. We really appreciate the support and encouragement you're giving the channel, especially when we're a small channel.
Yeah.
And it's not a given format that we just kind of randomly throw stuff up.
We kind of go, always
That
go.
didn't sound good. You know what I mean?
I would say
randomly
we
post different
always
stuff.
go. Try to, But
We try to keep it interesting and fun, and most importantly, we try to keep it real.
Yeah.
So, but we are going to log off and wish everybody an awesome day, evening, night, sleep, whatever applies for wherever you happen to be in the world. And we thank you, but mabuhay.